Rated M for mature.
Here at Rebellion, we noticed something when going through your community-submitted clips. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are new here, this is Elite Clips, a community-based series where we highlight gameplay clips and footage that are submitted to us by you, the players. And if you want to submit some badass and bloody or just awkward and hilarious gameplay clips of your own, then do so by using the link in the description below. Also, while you're down there, make sure you check out the link to pre-order Sniper Elite Resistance. Because when Sniper Elite Resistance drops, we will be hoping and waiting to see all of your new Resistance gameplay clips. You guys got pretty dark and scary on today's list, so let's cautiously delve into today's episode of Elite Clips. Warning, you do not want to piss off the Sniper Elite community. Think we got enough? Our first clip was submitted by GR Supra, and I have no doubt in my mind that this took some time to set up. Look, Hitler, he deserves what's coming to him here. GR Supra is gonna make sure that the tiny mustachioed dictator is never gonna bother us again. I mean, we do look forward to how Rebellion is gonna present the Target Führer mission in the upcoming Sniper Elite Resistance, but what we're looking at here is an execution that Hitler may never come back from. With a serial killer-like planning and focus, our player has Hitler in a compromising position, injured on the floor, writhing in pain, and surrounded with all kinds of explosives. 12 explosives to be exact. So after getting to a safe distance and taking a second to admire their work, Audibub equips a sticky grenade, takes aim, and lets it fly. And then he tosses another one for good measure. Boom, baby! That's the sound of justice! But like in a really dark and scary way. With a massive burn mark on the floor and Hitler's smoldering body just a few inches away, we can say mission accomplished, soldier. Now, stand down and maybe hand me your weapon, for safety. Testicular terror. Our next dark clip comes straight from Daz action. It picks up in Sniper Elite 4 where we see an enemy scrambling for cover while Daz tracks him through his scope. Unfortunately for this poor SOB, he takes cover just a little too close to an explosive barrel. And Daz never passes up on an opportunity like this, so he adjusts his aim to the barrel, pulls the trigger, and here's where things go south. Like, literally. Naturally, the bullet ignites the barrel. Unnaturally, the shrapnel from the blast sends jagged shards of metal through the enemy's entire body, but the kill cam focuses on his most delicate of areas. Look, I've heard being in a hot tub for too long can cook your marbles, but what about having them burst into a fiery pile of ash? Yeah, this guy's not having kids for sure. Don't piss off Daz. Bing bong boing ball buster. UU Moon is gonna display two things over the next two clips. One, the franchise of Sniper Elite shines above other shooters because of its incredible bullet physics. And two, never underestimate the SE community's ability to show off those bullet physics with some elaborate nutshots. The point is, it doesn't surprise us that this next clip exists. So, what's UU trying to demonstrate here? Well, it's the most elaborate nutshot we've ever seen in SE history. Just count those ricochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and straight to the gonads. Yeah, that's why we call this clip Bing Bong Boing Balls Bye Bye. And if that wasn't enough pain, UU brought us another clip, the current Ricochet record. UU is a sick individual, and by sick we mean insane, and by insane we mean impressive and scary. The clip is from SE4, and it is on Authentic Plus difficulty, and UU has definitely done their research and some serious calculations here. UU pops off a bullet that activates a kill cam which shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ricochets for a kill shot that just barely misses the family jewels. But let's not get distracted and ignore the fact that, ladies and gentlemen, that's an Elite Clips record. Well done, and congrats to UU. And we hope we never see you in a multiplayer match. Now, if you want to learn how to be a cold-blooded Sniper Elite like these players in this episode, consider sniping that subscribe button, because if you don't, UU Moon will come for you! No, not really. But if you are enjoying Elite Clips, let us know by subscribing, liking, and hitting that notification icon. When you do, it ensures that we can continue making these videos and celebrating the Sniper Elite community. Thanks for your support. Now, back to these very scary clips. Sniper Psycho. Okay, what Weed ET Man shows us in the next clip is honestly what started us noticing this disturbing trend of y'all's gameplay clips. Also, it's just kind of amazing and makes me want to boot up SE5 to try it myself. Weed ET Man starts the clip off with a badass action hero-like swagger in front of the chateau of the second mission in SE5. What starts off like an opening scene from a movie quickly turns into a horror fest as we realize our player here is parading through all of the dead Nazis they sniped and then piled their bodies neatly on the bridge. No doubt it's a warning to the Third Reich that Carl is not to be messed with, but it's kind of like watching a sadistic killer fondly admire his work. It's a fine line between the two, and our player here is precariously balancing on that line. No doubt Carl needs to speak with a therapist after some of his missions, but perhaps Weed ET Man should consider that as well. We're just joking. Are we? Yes, we are. Because this is actually really impressive. Stabby McStabberson. 10% here doesn't really struggle with running out of ammo. Their secret? Stab early, stab first, and stab always. Okay, genuinely, y'all need to go to 10%'s channel and watch this whole compilation because we are only showcasing a couple of impressive moments in this insane video. Watching this player prioritize melee kills over everything else, even when it makes more sense to fire their weapon, makes me really wish that Rebellion would make a Ghostface character skin as a reward for this kind of playstyle. In this horror slasher film in the making, what we see is high octane, full speed, insane momentum, and unstoppable violence being demonstrated by this player, and we are genuinely impressed and a bit shaken by it. 10%, we hope you keep slicing and dicing and sending us more clips like these. Boom goes the Panzerfaust. VR-B4N1C simply cannot be killed. This viewer submitted a video of their multiplayer matches in SE5, and unfortunately, we can't show you all of it, but the clip we're gonna highlight is gonna give you the chills. Hunkering down in a bunker, VR here eyes an opponent who is about to blow them to kingdom come with a Panzerfaust, and then the most incredible reversal of SE Jiu-Jitsu happens. They both pull their triggers and VR strikes the rocket in mid-air, saving their own life and no doubt blowing their opponent's mind. The player follows this up by swinging around the bunker and timing a slide down on their befuddled target to blast them away. It is a truly extraordinary turn of events that we had to highlight here. In fact, let's see that again. Incredible! Boom goes the flying dynamite! If you encounter VR-B4N1C in a multiplayer match, you better put that Panzerfaust down and pray that they don't see you. Gone fishing. Our second to last clip of the episode borders on just plain rude. If ClintMan97 did this to me, I'd be throwing my keyboard. It's another SE5 multiplayer match, and Clintman's about to clown on their target. Knowing the maps provides any player a huge advantage, and this is an example of why. Understanding that a supply drop is going to spawn at this location, Clint uses it to his advantage to set a cruel trap. They chuck some TNT over the wall and wait for the perfect moment. Sure enough, supply drop spawns, and then a big old bass bites. Clint fires at the TNT and catches himself an impressive explosive kill. That poor player thought they were gonna get themselves something nice and ended up getting robbed. You can even hear Clint chuckle to himself, amused with his own strat. He then follows it up with another kill just to flex. I mean, we kind of feel bad for the player that almost had their hands on that sweet supply drop. Nah, not really. This is hilarious. Keep the clips coming, Clint man. Out with a bang. And for our last clip of the episode, we're gonna go out with a bang. GR Super, who opened this episode, is now closing it out with another insane collection of explosives. And look, if we ever need a demolition man, we know you are the person to call. What you see before you is the largest collection of explosives we have ever seen piled into one frame of a Sniper Elite game. I mean, the game is barely able to render the amount of mines you have placed here. The moment comes and boom! What? No! Wow, you really did it. You successfully found a way to break the game. An explosion so big, it's straight up black screened. Well, looks like you're gonna have to try this again and send us that clip when this idea works. And that's it for today's episode. Thanks for watching. We encourage you all to go check out every player who submitted clips today and see more of their videos on their channels. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It is the best way to keep up with the Sniper Elite community and witness the multitude of war crimes that they are committing. If you have awesome gameplay clips of your own that you would like to share and have featured on a future episode, you can follow the link in the description below to add them to our collection. Send us your clips, and we'll see you sharpshooters in the next one.